Hi there, I'm Shane Spiers and welcome to another edition of the Performance Brief where we give you one breakthrough business idea in just 5 minutes. My guest today is Andy Bird. Andy, a very warm welcome. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm very well indeed, thanks. Yep.
Great.
Looking forward to talking to you.
Brilliant. Folks, let me introduce you to Andy. Andy Bird is an independent leadership coach and author who helps people flourish and succeed as leaders. He draws on over 30 years of commercial and consultancy experience. He worked in a variety of strategic marketing roles with Unilever, including leading their Global Marketing Academy. He also co-founded Brand Learning, a capability consultancy that was recently acquired by Accenture. So Andy, the title of our interview today is The Inspired Leader, and we have 5 minutes for the interview. If you're ready, I'll start the clock.
It's far away.
So let's start with, why is it important for leaders to be inspired?
Well, listen, I've spent two types of leadership role in my career, one with Unilever in a very corporate environment, one running my own business, I guess, like many of the people that may be observing this just now. You know, it's a volatile, fast-paced world out there. You don't need me to tell you that. And I think it's incredibly important that people in leadership roles have the energy, the spirit, the motivation to deal with what's coming their way. There's so much expectation on leaders these days to inspire and engage their teams. I think there's not nearly enough attention given to how people find that inspiration for themselves. There's a wonderful quote by Peter Drucker. He says, "The first and foremost job of any leader is to take charge of their own energy and then to orchestrate the energy of others." For me, you know, we've got to focus first on ourselves. We've got to be a little bit indulgent, a little bit selfish here to make sure that we have that spirit, that inspiration for ourselves so we can bring it to others.
And how can people discover and maintain their inspiration as leaders?
So this is what's so fascinating, because I've done quite a bit of research on this now the last 2 or 3 years. And what you find is that you can't choose when you're inspired. I guess the people listening, you'll think back, there may be people you've met or experiences you've been through when you felt that wonderful surge, when you feel alive and feel everything's possible. But you can't choose that. But what I've found is you can influence how often it happens, how intensely you feel it, and how regularly you feel it across the course of your career. There are things you can do. And what I've found is there's like an alchemy that takes place between three key elements. One element are the triggers we experience in the outside world. So I mentioned already, quite often we're inspired by people. We can often be inspired by situations that we find challenging, help us lift our game. But none of those things are inherently inspiring. They'll mean different things to different people. So the second element is the mindset we bring to those people, those situations, those experiences. And if we choose to bring a mindset that is open, that seeks the positive, is grateful and generous in the way we respond to the situations we face, where we look for learning rather than judging other people and ourselves, all of those things are likely to increase a positive experience of the world around us and influence our spirit accordingly.
Right.
But the third and the final element, probably the most important one, where the heart of our inspiration lies, is internal. It's in the deepest passions, the motivations, the values, the things we care about. That's when these things touch us, and that's when we finally get that lift in the spirit that we feel so powerfully. Right. So those are the three things, that alchemy, the interaction between the triggers in the outside world, the mindset we bring to interpret them, and then understanding our own personal motivations and drivers.
Right. And what are the most important drivers of leadership inspiration?
So I mentioned those internal factors. There are three key drivers internally that are most important. It's important to think about your triggers and your mindsets, but ultimately the thing most important is to really understand what lies inside.
Yeah.
And I'd encourage people to think about three things. Firstly, it's the passions. What is it you really love doing? The things you enjoy the most. As leaders, people often talk about, the buzz they get of working with people, coaching people, seeing them flourish. It's about being involved in the hard decision-making, the intellectual challenge around strategies, that kind of stuff, making sure you're involved in those things you love. The second driver is to do things you're good at, playing to your talents, playing to your qualities, your strengths and the kind of skills you've got, so that you can feel like you're making the most of your talent as you go about your job every day. Incredibly important driver of our intrinsic motivation. And the third driver are our values, the things we believe in, the things we care about, things we have a passion for. Again, they're the things that give our life meaning. And if you can get those three things together, things you enjoy, things you're good at, things you believe in, that's a triple whammy. If you can get that triple whammy, that's the thing ultimately that's going to drive a feeling of inspiration. It's the kind of thing that's going to give us spirit and motivation as a leader. And it's what gives us the strength and resilience to see through some of the challenges, some of the intensity of the life that we inevitably face in trying to make things happen.
Yeah. Andy, that's fantastic stuff. And we're bang on time. Folks, for more resources from Andy, check out his website, www.andybird.com. Andy, thank you very much.
Pleasure to talk to you. Yeah, good luck, everybody. Thank you.